Mite Mite Mite. Hello. Hello. How ya doing? Oh wait, let me set a timer. Hold on, hold on. Oh, I just ran up the stairs. I'm tired. I sound like an old lady. Hi. Let me put this like down here somewhere. Hopefully it's not too in the way. Hi. Hello. Mite Mite Mite. I hope you guys had a good Monday, a good start to your week. I sure did. With my dog having diarrhea. That's a way to start the week, right? Pain pickle. Let me check on like both chats. I realize I have to have my Twitch chat up for today too. If you'd like to join the restaurant, make sure you do !join, and then whatever animal you want and stuff. Hi. Magical Fries, that's a name. Hi. Oh, thank you, man, for resubbing. Thank you. Oh, I will pin. It's okay, it's a chat stream today. I don't mind if I don't pin it. I have ice cream. I want to eat it before it melts. This room is like insanely hot. Stairs are very rough. Let me say hi to everyone. Hold on. Hi Mikey, hi Conrad, hi Brian. I'm Banana Chicken. Hello. Hi Ghost, hi Sora, hi Kenna, hi Dumba. Hello. Hi Zarvan. Hi Brian, hello. Hi Razda, hi Joe, hello. How am I today? How am I? Oh, I'm tired. I feel like I did a lot of work today, even though I probably didn't. I think it's just myself thinking that I did. So, I woke up kind of late today because I knew I had a late stream tonight, and it wasn't in the afternoon. So I slept until more like I woke up at 10, and then I stayed in bed a little bit, just rolling in it. And what did I do? I gotta slow down. My brain is going really fast and my mouth can't keep up, so it sounds like I'm not really saying much. I gotta just like not let my brain run so quickly. Let me think. Oh wait, before that, what do I have to do again? I wanna join as what do I wanna be today? I'm waiting for the animals to like run through. There we go. Am I in the queue? I'm in the queue. Nice. I'm just checking. Do you like my restaurant, by the way? I expanded it. It goes all the way here now. I made a bubble tea place. I made 2 outdoor areas, 1 bakery and 1 beach place. And then I made 2 Asian areas, which is a Chinese restaurant and an izakaya. And then I made this little cat cafe or like dog cafe thing. Yeah. I hope you like my current state of kitchen. It's a little long, so I can't like show every part. Hi Wolfman. I do have a global franchise. Thank you for the 4th pay month. Oh my god. Thank you, Lady Dave. Thank you, Conrad. I'm not addicted. I haven't opened this game in months. Weeks, maybe. I don't know. It's been a while. I don't even know what fruits and foods I need. Honestly. Oh, wait. And then there was these guys. There you go. Okay. I'm having a Haagen-Dazs ice cream. No, I didn't leave it on overnight. Not for a while, anyway. Nani. Thank you for subbing! It's been 6 months, holy shit. Yatta! Thank you, Alexis, thank you. You found me at Vexpo? Wait, for real? I'm a bet you found it at the call booth, right? Yeah. I'm so glad that they had my ribbons. I actually, I had no idea if I was ever gonna have any presence at Vexpo this year because Vexpo rejected me from doing meet and greets or being a guest. And then Kawa didn't send out any invites for meet and greets for me. So I was like, oh, I'm probably just not gonna show up. So I was really, really surprised that they had my ribbon. I asked the comic booth whether they had anything of yours, but that was all they had. Oh, did my keychains sell out? I'm supposed to have pixel keychains. Did they sell out? It's wild if they did. That's crazy. Yeah, man, if they sold out, that's wild. Why'd they reject? I don't know. I really have no idea why. But hopefully they don't next year. Because I want to be a part of it. Then mention them selling out? Then we'll never know. Plain Peckle. I'm munching on vanilla almond ice cream. What are you chatting about today? I'll start with what I did today, and then we can go from there. No, let's go from there. What did I do today? Okay. I watched a couple of YouTube shorts today, and I was like, I have inspiration to make some shorts. So I actually recorded some today. They're very quick, super short. Not the kind you would heavily edit or anything. But yeah. I made one of those. Yeah, I was studying the YouTube shorts, but not insanely. I kind of just wanted to do something. You know, I just wanted to do something. I had some tuna for lunch. And then what did I do? I had to call the vet and make an appointment for Nacho because he has diarrhea problems. And it's been going on for a week now. So, you know, my family was really nervous and scared that maybe he had a stomach bug or something. Which is weird because we haven't given him anything out of the ordinary in a while. So I called the vet, and it was the weirdest misunderstanding in conversation I've ever had. Cause so I called with my phone, right? And my dog and Nacho, Nutmeg and Nacho are on 2 different accounts. So my phone number is tied to Nutmeg, who's my dog. Nacho is tied to my sister's phone number in the account. So, you know, because he's technically her dog. They're both our family's dogs, but logistically, that is how they're separated and how we take care of them. So, when I called, they were like, "Oh, you're calling for Nutmeg?" I'm like, "No, I'm calling for my sister to bring Nacho to the vet because she was driving at the time, and wasn't looking at her phone and was just trying to get to, I guess, back home as soon as possible. So yeah. I just I was like, oh no. It was just really difficult to, for some reason she just didn't understand. Like, I was trying to book an appointment for my sister. It took me like a whole minute of just trying to explain the situation. So after that got sorted, I started to get to work on my schedule and stuff, and I kept thinking about it, like what we're gonna do today and for the rest of the week. I already had stuff in mind, but I guess I just wasn't 100% solid on some plans, like what I wanted to stream during certain days, if I wanted to do it later or sooner. Because initially my plan was just to play Genshin, like on, was it Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesday. But I wasn't sure when the update was gonna come out, so I decided to do it on Thursday instead. Thursday's gonna be weird, guys, because I have a collab at 4, and then I have a stream at 8. So timing is gonna be super tight. Ice cream, please. Don't fall. Hi, Savior. Hi, Original Crisp. That's such a cute name. Hello. Will feature on Thursday? Yeah, I'm gonna be on Rio's stream on Thursday. And I'm gonna be doing my own stream as well. So busy day. Did all of you join my restaurant, by the way? I'm just checking. It doesn't seem like it. Why have you not joined my restaurant? How dare you? Okay, not Monday Cafe. Where are you guys? You're barely here. Oh my god, I'm finally done. Well, it's called Not Monday Cafe. It doesn't mean that it's not Monday in my dreams. I hate Mondays. What do you mean you don't need to eat at the restaurant? Yes, you do. You have no choice. You have no choice. I'll see who's in the queue. There you guys are. Rejoin forever. See? You have no choice but to comply. You have to join forever. Who needs water when you have bubble tea? Hi. Bubble tea is better. Oh. Oops. I don't know how to say your name, but Nick. Thank you for becoming a Tachi. Who needs water when you have bubble tea? You know, bubble tea is full of sugar and dairy and water. So much healthier. See? You need that in your life. I'm helping you. Stay healthy. You should be thankful. You never tried the booba tea? Well, to be fully honest, neither have I tried booba tea. I don't really know if I'd like to try booba tea. I heard it's only good for babies. Lactose intolerant or sensitive customers? Too bad! No lactose sensitive or intolerant person actually avoids having anything with lactate in it. I think we all know that. I think most people do not care and they'll just bear with it. Does a cafe even have a restroom? I don't think so, because most people just come in, eat, and leave. They don't use the restroom. Yeah, I just suffer. I think most people who have any lactose sensitivities will just suffer. Even if I carry the lactate with me, I don't always take it. I just suffer. I just hate taking pills. I don't know. Like, I'm good at taking pills because, like, I had to take a lot when I was a kid for health reasons, like a lot of pills and stuff. So I got used to it from like a super young age, but I don't like it. I don't like taking pills. I don't know what the actual name is. You like the strawberry ones? I like taro, matcha, jasmine. Oh, roasted milk tea, hoji cha, Thai milk tea. Oh god, there's so many. There's so many. You can't make me pick one. I'd be very sad if you forced me to pick one. Oh, is that what it is? I wouldn't know. Now Nacho is on like a special diet for the next 2 days, and he gets to have chicken stew in a can. Like, it's canned food. Normally we give Nubig and Nacho dry food, but Nacho gets the chicken stew in a can. Apparently it's what's the word? It's a lot easier for him to digest than dry food is, and Nutmeg keeps trying to take it, so we had to carry her while he was eating so she wouldn't steal it, and he got really mad. He got mad. Well, no, Nutmeg, she got mad because she didn't get to have the chicken stew canned food. Nacho likes it though. He actually finished it all, which was surprising. Cause we didn't think he would, honestly. It was a lot of food. But he lost like a whole kilogram of weight. And with how tiny he is, he's a Shih Tzu, so he's really, really small already for a dog. But he lost a kilogram of weight, and that's like a lot. That's a lot. He initially weighed almost 8 kilograms. Like 7.8 or 9. And he's now 6.9. So yeah, that's why we got really worried. And it's not like the diarrhea alone would cause it. Like, he's just had a lot of stomach problems lately. But it's not like that alone would cause him to lose a whole kilogram of weight. So yeah, we had to change his diet a little bit. I hope that like it'll help him gain some weight. Yeah, a whole kilogram, right? Like, it's insane. Nutmeg is jealous of the canned food because she's had it before. When she had surgery and stuff, she had to stay in the hospital for like 2 weeks, and she had canned food for the whole 2 weeks she was there. So when she got out, she wouldn't eat anything at home because they gave her canned food at the hospital. Hey, yeah. Yeah, she knows she's being denied the good food. She knows very, very well. So yeah, we have to deal with that for the next few days. Hopefully she gets used to it. Yeah, she really was eating like a queen. Plus, everyone in the hospital really liked her because she's super cute. She's like, okay, I'm gonna preface this. Some dogs, okay, they don't have the best faces. You know what I mean? Like, some dogs aren't actually that cute. I mean, all dogs are cute, but some dogs are cuter than other dogs, which is why there are model dogs, right? Nutmeg would have been one, you know? She's super photogenic, man. You know? Like, when we lived in Hong Kong, I remember we got asked if we would like to turn her into a model dog. And, you know, we had some photo shoots with her, but we didn't train her at the time very well. Like, at most, she knew where to go pee and poop, and she could like give us her hand and sit. But she didn't really like. She needed to like look in certain directions and all of that. Yeah, we didn't train her for that part. But she is a very photogenic dog, so you know, hella fucking cute. I think that's why the nurses there all really, really liked her. She just has like a really cute face. Nacho, when he was a baby, was not the cutest. He looked like a gangster. Like his fur, I guess his fur coloring made it look like he was frowning all the time. Until he opened his mouth, then it looked like he was like gremolin, like you know. That's what it looked like. So now that he's older, though, he doesn't have the same coloring he used to, and he just looks like a derpy little boy. What do you mean, gasp? As someone who has seen the world of model dogs, oh god, have you seen like dog shows? That shit's insane, bro. Like, that shit's insane. They go real hard in dog shows. Like, too hard, man. Too hard. Like, they have to walk a certain way. They get graded on walking a certain way. How, like, nice their fur coat is or something. This is not even... like, what kind of... And each breed has a different way of rating them. It's wild. Like, to me, dogs are dogs and they should just be happy little dogs. Humans are weird. Like, why would you do this to a dog? Like, they rated them on how clean their teeth were, or like how well they behaved, or like the width of their eyes, how deep their snout was, shit like that. I'm like, bruh. How like symmetrical their face was. That's some next level shit. I don't really know if I like dog shows because they do that to them doggos. Also, I can't hear the game. Can you hear the game? I just noticed. No! That's where it went. Hold on. I'm gonna try find the game and make sure you guys can hear it. Because I don't know why I couldn't hear it before. Should be able to hear it now. There's the background music I wanted. We're supposed to sound like we're in a cafe. Yeah. Yeah. Make sure you join my cafe, okay? Otherwise it's gonna be really empty. Video game ASMR. We like that though. We like video game ASMR. I don't know. Today was just like a really... I don't know. It felt like a long day. Because I went out to help out and stuff. And then I made all my thumbnails. Fucking Canva won't load. And I don't know why. So if you notice, today's thumbnail is actually super different from all the other thumbnails I've made. Because I had to do it on my iPad. I made my thumbnail on my iPad. And I like wrote the words on it because I couldn't get the text box to work right. Oh, hi, Salty. I hope you're doing good. Hi. Nice thumbnail. Thank you, thank you. I finally finished the art. I'm so proud. You don't understand. Dude, I've been trying to finish that art for like a month. For maybe more than a month actually. Because I left it alone. Like I finished it, left it alone, went back to it. And then I was like, I still don't like it. But in the end, I actually finished it. And I posted it for you guys. Any Copium and above tier member, they have access to the HD version of it, by the way. I just don't know if you guys knew. But yeah, if you're a Copium and above, you get the full HD version. It's like 2000 by 3000 or something pixels. So it's massive. It should fit any what's it called? Any vertical monitor just fine. If you don't know what link it is, if you go into the Discord and you go to the Copium Domino Media channel, there is a pinned message for the link to go to the wallpapers of all the art that I've given you guys, HD art that I've given you guys, and it'll be there. Yeah, it'll be there somewhere. Look for birthday. Yeah, because it was technically for my birthday. I haven't uploaded my swimsuit one yet. The reason being is because I also feel like that one's not 100% done. Also, the link should also be somewhere in the membership post. I'll probably post it again just in case you guys can't find it. But yeah, it should all be there. And plus, I think there are some members who aren't in the Discord anyway, so yeah, just in case, just in case. Alright, now I'm gonna have some grapes. I don't know, I feel so out of breath. What is wrong with me? By the way, Mia shill what? Huh? Eh? Well, shill you? Shill what? Am I not understand? Am I not? Is it? Huh? Mite Mite Mie だよ. Is that what you want? What do you want from me? What am I missing? What do you want from me? Oh wait. Much better. It was getting kind of hot. Oh, if you want access to the membership perks, you can become one for just $4.99 a month. I don't like to show myself. It's so weird. Use code MIA for 10% off gamer subs. Yeah. Is that good enough? Is it good enough? I don't know how to promote myself. You can always yes, please, then thank you. It takes off a lot of stress for me. You know, when I was making my membership tiers, I did it all in Canadian. Like, I looked at other people's membership tiers and was like, oh yeah, this is probably right. I did all of mine in Canadian. The second I saw it in USD, I was just like, well, goddamn, my membership's cheap. Because otherwise, if I had known it was gonna be in Canadian, I would have made it a little higher, you know? The second that I saw other people's, and I was like, oh shit. Theirs was in USD, not Canadian. No, I can never change the prices for memberships. The reason being is because if I did, you can't just like go into that membership tier and change the price. You'd have to delete the entire tier and then make another one. Because people have subscribed to it, right? So if I did that, like if I did delete the tier and then made another one, I would likely lose half my income. So I just don't think it's worth doing that. Which is why instead I just added a bunch of different tiers. Like I added a cheaper one that the baby Tenji one, for example, and the chunky Tenji. I added those two, so that more people would have options. So yeah. When I found out how cheap it was, I was like, well, shit. It is what it is. I'm not upset about it though. Difty USD ain't cheap though. No, it's not cheap at all. God, this when I made the chunky Tenchi tier, I was like, I don't think anyone's actually gonna get this. I made it for shits and giggles because I saw some people did that, and I wanted a shits and giggles tier too. So I made that, and then when I saw people actually get it, I was like, well, shit. I didn't know. Should I try Silk Song? I'm thinking about it. What does it depend on? I just noticed this thing is in. Hmm. Oh, yep. Oh, dang. That's tiny. Oh, that's tiny, tiny. But it is what it is. You can barely see the words on the screen. Sorry. This is just how tiny it has to be. Depending on my platforming skills. And as we know, you're extremely cracked at platforming. Uh-huh. I can do 3D platformer. I can do Kirby. That shit I can do. 2D platformer? Oh, okay, wait. This is totally like out of nowhere. I'm sorry. My brain is going in a lot of places because I watched a couple of shorts recently and I was just like, this would be interesting to talk about. Do you guys have any like fun facts that you just bring up sometimes? Just, hey, did you know? Do you ever do that? Or is that just a me thing? 2D platformer that has a lot of cool movement tricks. Is it gonna be too much for my brain? What do you mean Humpty Dumpty? It feels related to the subject, maybe? Oh. No, I mean like just out of nowhere. Because I realized that I kind of do that. Like, if it ever gets quiet, I kind of just be like, hey, did you know? You know? Like, did you know turtles can breathe out of their butts? Yeah. I did not know that in number what? No, I mean like if it's quiet. I learned that from Olaf in Frozen. That's my source. Is he told me. Olaf told me. How true it is, I don't know, but it's what Olaf told me, and I feel like I can trust Disney Channel, you know, the Disney movies, Disney. And I got another one. This one's a little more NSFW though. If you're ever lost on an island, like you're trapped and you're lost, and all you can find are like palm trees. You should definitely get coconuts because that's like the source of life. They have everything. Like there's drink and there's food, right? In a coconut. But you also have to live with the fact knowing that the liquid is the nut of the cocoa. So you're just drinking cocoa nut. Sounds like you've been playing more Pig. Maybe. But yeah. You gotta, now you know. You be drinking them cocoa nut. You can never look at a coconut the same way again. Yeah. For real, there's like science behind that. Like if you Google it, I think it's called like ectosperm or something like that. Yeah, endosperm, ectosperm. I don't remember what the Latin beginning of the word was, but it started with an E. Endosperm. Yeah. I knew it was one of those. So you be drinking them cocoa nut. Yeah. It's pretty cool. Coconut water has an electrolyte balance that let it substitute for human blood plasma in a medical emergency. That's pretty cool. I know it's really good for like health stuff. Which makes me wonder if human nut is also good for health stuff. Cause like, it's sugar and water, right? Or like some other stuff. And some other stuff. But like, is it healthy? Is it good for the skin? Or something? You know how like there's lamb placenta in skincare? Like Korean skincare has that or something? I've always wondered maybe, you know, what if, just what if? Don't make it fun of this obsession. Why? I think you'll be a little late on the message. Well, now you know. You're welcome, Sideways. You are so welcome. I hope that brightened your day. Yeah, fun fact. Maybe I should find fun facts for another stream and just be like, hey, just did you know? I just think maybe if coconut is healthy, there may be other nuts that are also healthy. You know what I mean? That's just what I'm thinking. And yes, I have thought about this for like half the day. I just was too scared to Google it. Straight to obscure facts. Hey, it's not obscure if it's still relevant. A lot of nuts are healthy. I like pistachio. No, Marky, that's not the issue. I was too scared to know the truth. I wasn't sure if I wanted to know the truth. I think I'm happy you're speculating. You know? I don't think it's a necessary need to know thing. Why is there an exclamation mark? It was bothering me so bad. I found it. Hi, Tejo. Sometimes I think it's better to just not know. Sometimes you don't have to know everything in the world. I think I'm okay. The phantom notice. Yeah, dude. Okay, I'm the type of person that cannot stand my Discord notifications going red. It needs to be clear. I don't care if I get a ping. I will read the ping and just move on. But it needs to be clear. Nice to be on here again. I'm glad. Welcome back. Oh, wait. Did you guys see that there's a restricted mode now? On YouTube, there was this restricted mode, and apparently people are now discovering it. I'm like, wait, has it not always been there? So I was like, huh, interesting. I'm wondering what will happen if I do it to mine. Let's see, 746 videos. Alright, I'm gonna see what happens. Activate restricted mode. Sheesh. There's my gacha videos. There's my covers. Wait. Where are my live streams? You're kidding! Shit, man. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Dude, wait! This is... You're kidding! Hold on. I need to document this. Oh no! Oh my dudes. Oh my dudes. Wait. No. I'm just gonna take screenshots of all of this. Hold on a second. Alright, I'm gonna turn restricted mode back off. Oh my god. That's crazy! Oh, that's crazy! Oh, that's stream doesn't even show up. What the heck? I'm so shooketh. I'm so shooketh. No, no. Oh man. Oh man. You know how much it took away? So I'm gonna try and see if I can share this. So where's my screenshots? This is so bad. This is so fucking bad. So this is the current state of my homepage, okay? I'm just gonna zoom in. It's really blurry, but you get the idea. So at the top, there's my current stream, right? And then there's the For You recommended. There's like, I don't know why it does live now twice. But the upcoming live streams, the past live streams, and then my videos and my covers, right? This is like the current state of it. But once I turn the restricted mode on, once that was on, it like just decided, no, we're only gonna show you the recommended and then skip to the gacha videos. So none of my live streams showed up. I was like, wait, what the fuck? Where'd it go? So then, you know, obviously I'm looking at my live stream tab to see what pops up, right? And I think most of you are very well acquainted with my live stream tab. So I pull it up with the restricted thing on, and 3 streams out of hundreds showed up. And these were from years ago. Like the 2 years ago with my sibling, my art sibling. The next one is when I left Kawa because they disbanded. And then the other one was just, dude, I didn't even say anything in this stream. No talking. I didn't say shit. I was just typing. I didn't say anything. Literally, YouTube would not have been able to catch anything unless they watched my stream and saw what I was typing in the text box. I didn't say shit in that stream. Oh, that's wild. Oh, that's wild. Oh, thank you for the 24-month sideways. Thank you for 2 years. YouTube had the audacity to tweet your hard work doesn't go unnoticed. Oh, did they? Oh, jeez. Hoo-wee. But why, bro? Why? Hey, so Mia, is it real like copy seated restricted? Man, I'm just... why would they do this? Dude, it looks so empty. I've never seen my entire feed so empty. That's crazy. What the heck? All my hard work gone just like that in a flash. Bada bing, bada boom. The entire live streams were gone. Like, I just don't understand why their filter is so strong. Otherwise, don't play favorite except when they totally do. You think? It was just gone. Now you see me and now you don't. Which honestly is one of my best movies. I think that is one of my favorite best movies in the world. I really like that movie. The Now You See Me, Now You Don't series. God, it's so good. All the twists and turns and shit. So good. It's not strong, that's in the picture that you just broke my head. Yeah. Over the top, but in the right insane way. Yeah, I agree. Hi, Avita. Hope you've been doing good. Hi. Hello. Hi, Franklin. Yeah, I don't know. It was just... God, I'm annoyed. I was in now. You like my thumbnail? Aww. Thank you. I pulled it together in like 2 minutes. Because, dude, okay, I still don't know why Canva wasn't loading. I managed to get it to load after waiting like an hour, but yeah. It was a bit frustrating. A bit frustrating. Do you think that my gremlinness has been reduced? Also, I'm sorry if my voice got quieter. I was putting on my jacket. Yeah, I like the magician though. I wonder if my gremolinness has gotten a nerf lately. No, I did not draw that in 2 minutes. There's no way. I've been trying to be more controlled about it because I know now my parents are watching my streams, and that made me feel super insecure. Like, I think most streamers don't have their parents show up in their streams, right? Or like, they don't tell their family they're streaming and stuff. I told mine because, you know, this is my full-time job and they kept pestering me about getting a real job. So, I had to tell them that this was my job. But I think by doing that, I was like, I can't say the shit that I want to say anymore. Because what if they go into my stream and then find something, or maybe I'm doing something, and they're like, but why? Or they like judge me for it, and I'm like, feeling the eyes on you like that? Yeah! It's like the constant thought of what if they're seeing this right now? No, I do know many Vita mamas make stream cameos, and I think that's great, because, you know, it means that they support. And my mom has made a couple just by walking in. So has my dad. And my sister and I did an entire stream together at one point. So, you know, it like... It's not like bad that they know. It's just like I can't make my NSFW jokes as like openly as I did. You know what I mean? It's not that I don't want to embarrass myself in front of them. I just don't want to like if I made the coconut joke in front of them, they not gonna laugh. I don't think they're gonna laugh. They're just gonna look at me and be like, "Why so inappropriate?" Like they're gonna be like, "Is this the kind of audience you were trying to gather? Yeah, you trying to be an 18+ streamer?" I mean, yeah. I can't say that to my parents. You don't hold back. Well, I think that's great. That's a good for you situation. I think for me, I'd have to start like an entirely separate channel and pray she doesn't find it. Yeah, I don't want to disappoint my Asian parents. Yeah, they're gonna give me the stare. You feel that? I think if I really did do anything super NSFW or like anything like that, it would either be blocked behind membership things, or I would simply do it on Twitch because they don't know about Twitch. Oh my god, can we talk about this? Do you think YouTube is more popular or Twitch? Oh, this is a loaded question. To like the majority of the world, YouTube or Twitch? Asian parents rarely say they're proud of you. My parents have. They have said they're proud of me and that they love me. Thank God. Okay. So, I was talking to a couple of friends. And they were like, YouTube? Who uses that? Everyone's on Twitch. Everyone knows what Twitch is. And I was like, what? Because I was thinking like, okay, how do I preface this? Maybe I need to tell the whole story to give like context. So okay, actually no. I'm gonna do this a different way. So let's say for example, I'm trying to think of a scenario that this may or may not happen. Okay, I have an idea. Let's say I go to a high school reunion. I don't know. Like a place where you have to introduce yourself to people and like maybe what you do for a living. Right? Like, you know how maybe when you meet up with old friends, you're like, oh hey, what are you doing now? Like how's life? What do you work as? You know, did you change jobs? Shit like that. So let's say I introduce myself as a streamer. Am I supposed to say I'm a YouTube streamer or a Twitch streamer? Because, I mean, yes, I did start my entire VTuber career on YouTube and stuff. But it's streaming, right? So a lot of people, I feel like, would... if they're in the streaming world, would say they're on Twitch because it's like everyone who's in the streaming world know that Twitch is for streaming. And YouTube is mostly for videos. Not a lot of people even know about the live streaming part that's on YouTube. So, if you were me, which one would you say? Like all the streamer kids are on Twitch, so it's big for that market. No, I mean, like, let's say I do have to specify. Let's just say I do. Like, let's say I do have to for whatever reason. I don't know. Just if. These are all hypotheticals. Platforms are not permanent. I think YouTube is gonna be around for a while, though. I don't want them to like if I say I'm a streamer, what if they think I'm actually on like OnlyFans or something? No, do not misunderstand me. So in my case, it'd be YouTube. Chris, how dare you laugh at me? No, you're allowed to. Yeah, everyone is multi-streaming nowadays. Or like, I think a lot of Twitch people also just like take clips and turn it into YouTube shorts or something. So that's another thing to consider. But like, for me, like, if I talk to the most normie person in the world, they're not gonna know what Twitch is, right? At least in my opinion, I feel like if I talk to a normie person, they're not gonna know what Twitch is. But they will know what YouTube is. On the other side, I feel like if I talk to a streamer, most of them would assume that I'm on Twitch, not YouTube. So I'm like, I don't know. Yeah, everyone knows YouTube because of how long it's been around. Twitch has been around for a pretty long time too, but I feel like it's just not as well known. I think my parents only know YouTube as well. My sister doesn't know what Twitch is, I'm pretty sure. I know my sister's boyfriend knows what Twitch is because we've talked about it. Any VTubers there? I think the amount of VTubers on Twitch have grown. Well, it's also in the sense that not a lot of them are like, I want this to be a career kind of thing. A lot of them are very casual VTubers. Yeah, they've been around for a long time. Both platforms have been around for a long time. But again, their purposes were also super different. I mean, I wasn't into streamers until I was, I think, in my 20s. I didn't even know Twitch existed until maybe like 2021, honestly. Yeah, I was very much on the YouTube side. Even for streaming, I was on the YouTube side. Did you have to wait 24 hours before your first stream too? So, yes, but I also didn't mind it because I wanted to plan it out. I'm a very like overthinker kind of person, and with VTubing, you know, you kind of have to plan in advance. So if you see the date of when my channel was created, it was in April. And I debuted a month later. Yeah. Yeah, you can join the cafe. You can see names and stuff at the bottom. If you're interested in joining, you may. You're allowed to join the cafe. You do not need to ask permission. All the commands are here. I'm sorry if it's super tiny. It's just this restaurant's very long. But there's some servers. Oh, let me like design my staff. Did I name all of them? This one's the one that's not. There's two of them that aren't named. I'm gonna name you... hold on. Nekochi? Nekochi? And we're gonna name you... Megane? Megane? Engane? There you go. I named them all properly. Yeah, there's like animal choices and stuff, so take your time. And we have a menu. I don't know. I think that being on YouTube has been like for the best. I noticed that a lot of friends were on Twitch when I first started, like back in 2021. But then a lot of them started to do more YouTube things, and I was just like, the heck, what are you doing over here? So I started multi-streaming too. Like they all started multi-streaming, but they don't put a lot of effort into the YouTube side. It's still mostly their Twitch side. And I'm like, I don't know, maybe it's just a me thing, but whenever my friends were on Twitch, I never knew. I'd have to find out through a Twitter post. Like I would get 0 notifications, nothing on my Twitch stuff. So I was like, the heck? Yeah, I think YouTube is still very much like content oriented too. It's also like you'd have to do more than just stream on YouTube. I think you'd have to do more than just stream. You'd have to like actually put stuff out besides that. I used to make piano covers. Did you guys know that? In the before times, I made piano covers. They were all audio though. It had no like visual thing. Like I didn't record my hands or anything. It was just audio stuff. Through Discord? Oh dang. Yeah, that's why I started doing more of the events in Discord. I get my mods to make events in Discord so they know that I'm live. Because at least it's like, it shows, you know, that I'm live. That's crazy. Oh, there's another thing I always forget. Is on Discord. I don't go online. I always stay on invisible, which is bad. Because then it doesn't show that I'm live when you like look at my profile. Yeah, it's on Twitch be kind of annoying. Yeah, I turned mine off. I keep getting told, like, in my YouTube dashboard, it says, focus on your live stream and let YouTube insert ads for you. So I can just do it. I can't insert ads. And, like, it's a thing. I don't know. But it is a thing. I can insert ads myself manually, or I can let YouTube do them for me. And I was like, no. I'm just gonna not. We're just not gonna do that. It keeps telling me to turn on the option to let YouTube insert ads for me. And you know what? Yes, I actually would end up getting a lot more ad revenue because of that. Like, I would earn more money. I really would. I just know that everyone hates it on Twitch anyway, so why would I force people who want to leave that to watch it on YouTube? Like, why would I put you through the torment? I feel like that's really sad. Unless you have YouTube Premium. Yo, do you guys have YouTube Premium? I also want to say, people might hate me for this. If you have a YouTube Premium account, why would you have a Spotify Premium account? Because that's kind of stupid. At least in my opinion. I feel like it's kind of stupid. Because you're paying for ads-free music on Spotify, but you can get that with your YouTube Premium account if you go through YouTube Music instead. And to be honest, a lot of music that comes out is through YouTube first, like music videos and stuff, albums, whatever. So I'm like, why would you have double the amount of ad blockers? Your ad subscriptions. I don't understand why you are paying twice the amount for the same shit, just on a different app. I don't know, I'm a money saver. If I don't have to get Spotify, I won't. I think YT Premium has a better list of songs. Like, there's just a lot more. I couldn't find some stuff on Spotify. I know a lot of indies are on Spotify too, because it's easier to upload. But like, you could do that on the YouTube side too. I don't know. I just think it's really stupid. Or like, if you have Netflix and stuff, you might not get the same stuff as you might have on Amazon Prime, but I I don't know. I don't think it's worth subscribing to so many of these different things just to be able to watch stuff. I go one at a time, man. I like my Crunchyroll. That's it. This is why I watch things. I watch anime is because I actually pay for it. Oh, do they? I didn't know that. I like my YouTube Music. It's a really nice app. It actually works really, really well too. Like, I've connected it to my HomePod a couple of times, and it's real nice. It listens to me. If I say like to skip a song, it will, and it doesn't lag out or anything. And I don't know. I like it. All the recommendations are really good. I like it. It's one less thing that I have to pay for. I already pay like $19 a month, I think, for YouTube Premium, Canadian. So, you know, I want to save my money because in the end, my money is your money. I'm trying to save the money. Oh wait, Zephyr, did you end up joining the restaurant? My Tenchi Cafe? Me getting YouTube sponsorship? As if. I doubt they would ever sponsor me. Why would they sponsor me? Why would they sponsor little old me? I'm just a bean. I'm just a bean. It's really tiny, yeah. You can barely see anything. But that's okay. Can I make it bigger? But I can make it bigger. It just means you see less. Just means you see less of the restaurant. Is there any part you guys like the most? Here, I think this is my favorite. These three in the middle. Otherwise, I can just minimize this. Maybe I'll put it like over here. You can see a bit more. Yeah, this will do. You can see a bit more. It's not like I'm trying to sell it to you, but it does. I think it's more beneficial, to be honest. Let me see. Actually, I can check how much money I get from you guys watching my streams with YouTube Premium. That's an analytic. Did you know that? It's part of my income analytics. Revenue. How much I make. There we go. YouTube Premium. I get $14.64 every single month from my YouTube Premium Tenchis. Yeah. Yeah. Let me check. This month... Oh, sorry. In the last 28 days, memberships are the majority of my income. It's close to $900 estimated for this month. And then super chats are another one, and then gifted memberships are like the top. Those are like the top three things. Watch page ads are $15.24. Why is it blue? Can I click on this? Oh shit! It breaks it down even further. Skippable ads are $16. Wait, what? That makes no sense. If my overall is 15, oh, I guess this is all estimate. Bumper ads, display ads. Display ads are only like $4. I only get $4 from that. Non-skippable ads, I don't even put those on, so they're like 0. That's wild. I didn't know it broke it down so far. Yeah, big money. I need money to live. That's after YouTube takes the 30%. I don't know. I don't think it is, honestly. I don't think so. I'd have to check my actual bank account to see how much I take, because then it converts it to Canadian for me as well. It's tough. I should just look at my bank statements. So if I had to break it down, right? What I have to pay, I'm gonna be like realistic here, okay? This is some big immersion break. Sorry for those of you who don't want that. I currently have to pay. Let me count. Every month, my bills and stuff all together are close to $400. Close. Yeah. Let's say 400. I think rounding it to 400 is probably the easiest for math. So every month, minimum, I have to get at least $400 a month. And I get that from my memberships. Yeah. Yeah, Canadian. I'm going to do it in Canadian to like save my brain. But every currency that I see in the YouTube dashboard is in USD because YouTube is a US company thing, right? So I have to do conversions, like a lot of conversions. But my membership stuff is like the big chunk of how I get to pay my bills in the first place. But I want to like have savings and stuff, right? And I also have my subscription for YouTube Premium, and then I also pay like $20 a month for the Discord. That way you guys have like the best audio quality and streaming whatever. So I pay like $20 a month for Discord, like for the server. Which all technically comes from, again, membership money. So I use like I spend maybe also like I have to buy food. I don't have to pay rent, which is already a big plus, but buying food and stuff, plus my Crunchyroll, YouTube, and Discord subscription, and then I don't know. Let's just say miscellaneous stuff. Maybe I have to, like my creams. I have to buy creams for my skin and medication, so that's probably like another $30 a month. Putting that all together, I would say I save really, really little. Internet, phone, insurance alone for me is 400. Yeah, that's basically what the 400 is. At least when I put it all together. My insurance alone is 300 and something, so yeah. It's like 340, and then I have to add $60 to $70, sorry, for like phone stuff. So that's already above 400. I'm just rounding down. Yeah, I'm trying to like downplay it so that like underestimate. But in the future, if I ever want to move out, oh god, I don't even think it's happening because rent for an apartment here minimum is like $2,500. So yeah, I don't earn that much in a month. I wouldn't be able to afford anything else, you know. I just don't have that kind of money. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. It's just way too expensive to move out, bro. It's not happening. More expensive than mortgage. Yeah, dude. Man, I think I'd rather pay for a mortgage than to like rent. I don't know, it just seems more financially responsible. Oh man, that hit me hard in the feels. What if I never move out? What if I can never leave my home? I'm just gonna be stuck at home for the rest of my life. Big down payment. I don't think I have enough to get a down payment. One day, you know, the only chance that I'm ever gonna have to move out is probably getting married, for real, for real. I live in Toronto, so yeah. Yeah. Time to buy a streamer house? So, I actually talked to a bunch of VTubers at one point, Aphex. And we were just like making a joke of it, you know, we weren't actually being legit about it, but we had this whole idea of having a VTuber streamer house. And basically we turned the basement into a 3D area where we could do stuff. And it'd be like a shared 3D space. We'd have like a dedicated PC for it and everything. Like a PC setup for it and stuff. And then each of us would have our own rooms for streaming, and we would soundproof all the rooms. Like, I mean, it wouldn't be a big house, but it would have multiple rooms, right? At the very least, each of us could have like our own stream space, which would be really fucking nice. And like, you know, we would understand each other's streams, so we wouldn't be weird about it. Because I feel like streamer houses are so fun in theory, but without actually, like, being a VTuber, I feel like is a bit different. You'd have to go about it a bit differently. And my god, I would love to do cooking streams. I know I haven't done any, and I still need to do the baking stream, but I haven't because of my skin problems. But I think it'd be really, really fun to do like an actual like cooking stream. One day, maybe when I move out. Or there is another way that I've thought about this. I could borrow a friend's kitchen. Like, if I ask my friend in advance, like, hey, can I borrow your kitchen to do this stream? They might let me. Because I've known her for like over 10 years. What kind of stuff would you want to make for cooking stream? Either just basic ass ramen, or I'd like to do some baking. I like making matcha cookies, so I would like to do that. Or maybe like just basic cookies, like what's it called? The like cookies and cream kind of cookies, chocolate chip cookies. I've also made tiramisu before. Tiramisu. I've made tiramisu before. What else? What else have I made? Oh, I made a Chinese dessert called Sai Mai Kok Botin, which is sago pudding. Yeah, sago pudding. It's a cooking blind spot for you. Oh, I love baking more than cooking, to be honest. I know cooking is definitely more of like a daily thing to do, so everyone should know how to cook. But yeah, I personally like baking more. Do a cooking test run in their kitchen first. Oh, I know their kitchen well enough. Like, I used to visit her house pretty often growing up. Like, from I would say like 15 till now, I've known her. So, yeah. Maybe even younger than that, actually. Maybe we met when we were 14. God, I don't remember how old we were, but I've known her long enough, and she knows me. She's visited my house multiple times and stuff. Our families know each other, so yeah. More about the food rather than the method. That's true. I think it's different for everybody. I'm definitely more of a baker, though. I think this is like another OCD thing. I like being very accurate. You know, like having exact measurements to follow, because then you have less of a chance of fucking it up. Yeah, I'm definitely more science coded. Do you think you're more science coded or not? I'm more science coded. Like doing chemistry and following everything to like the minuscule thing, or like the meniscus thing, and doing titrations. that was all of my shit. I loved doing that because it was so accurate and it was easy to know exactly what to do. Baking is literally chemistry. It is! With the guidance of your ancestors? I'm like, I don't know. I just feel like without direct instructions of how much of everything I need and, you know, timing, or like consistency for things, I can't do it. I like start to freeze and I panic. I'm like, how much of this am I supposed to use? What do I do now? I would like to change things for it to be less sweet. I always make things less sweet. I find it funny how like in Chinese culture, it's a compliment if you don't have like you make something but it's not super sweet. I find it really funny that that's a compliment because you're intending to eat something sweet, but you also don't want it to be too sweet. I don't know, Chinese culture. Chinese culture be like that. Yo, there's so many like contradictions in Chinese culture, cause when you, like for example, when you first greet someone in Chinese culture, you always be like, oh hi, it's been a while since I've seen you, you got so fat. Or on the other hand, oh it's been a while since I've seen you, you got so skinny, you should eat more. So like there's no medium, right? There's no medium. That's a wild greeting, but it is what it is. Like this is what I grew up with. You know, like every Chinese New Year, I would see relatives that I hadn't seen in like a year. Like we always met for Chinese New Year because that's when everyone has time off and stuff. So whenever I saw them, it was always like, you know, you got fat or you got skinny, or your skin got really bad or your skin looks much better. So like, and you don't like, there is no way you can respond to that logically, right? Like you kind of just have to be like, ah, yeah, no. Grandma's after not seeing you in weeks, you look healthy. I love my grandma. She's so chill. I have the chillest grandma. You know, she just gave me some yarn. She randomly just handed me some yarn at dinner and was like, I packed this yarn for you because you were like thinking about making something. And I was like, yeah, I did. Thank you. It was so random. I love my grandma. I mean, yeah, I think most people actually say that. Like, the same goes for you. Or like, oh yeah, you got fat too. And when you think about it, it has to be in that, like, if you've watched enough Hong Kong movies and you've seen the old grandpas or just old middle-aged men sitting around a bunch of beer cans outside on the street at a table with like a plastic wrap on it, and they're sitting on like plastic stools. You have to say it in the ah ha ha, you know, kind of way. Oh yeah, you got fat. And then they'll be like, oh yeah, you got fat too, brother. And then they like start smacking each other's backs for some reason. It's always like that. Even in the formal settings, it's like that. It's so weird. It's so fucking weird. Competitive fatness. You know, back in the day, it used to be a compliment because then it meant you like had a lot of food or you were like super healthy or something. It meant you had money. Yeah, that makes sense, Koala. But I mean, like, in my mom's generation, it was in like the what, 1980s? They were fine. They were fine. So I don't know. I just feel like it's a very odd greeting. Is there anything that like, oh god, wait. The biggest culture shock, oh my god, I was talking about this with some friends when I was playing Helldivers with them. And they were like, oh yeah, you used to live in Hong Kong, right? And I was like, yeah. And then they were talking about their hometown in not in Hong Kong, in Canada. And it was like a tiny hometown, right? So, like, when they moved to kind of where we are, it was, like, in Toronto, it was like a whoa! You know? But for me, it was the opposite. I went from big city life to suburban. For them, it was, like, small town to suburban. So, like, our culture shocks were a bit different. For them, it was just like, wow, everything is within 10 minutes of each other. Like, you could go anywhere from home 10 minutes away. For me, it was, shit, you have to go 10-minute drive to someplace? Like, that's stupid. Because, like, when I lived in Hong Kong, I could just walk down from my apartment and, like, enter the convenience store within 2 minutes. You know? Like, it was convenient. And then I moved here, and it was like, shit, I don't have a car. I don't have a bike. I can't go anywhere. I don't know how the fuck I'm supposed to go anywhere from here. At least as a 12-year-old, right? And the other thing, which maybe a lot of you won't really think is an issue. I thought it was weird. But basically, in Hong Kong, everyone lived in tall apartment buildings. I don't think I knew anyone who lived in a house. Unless you lived, like, far away from the city. Like, you lived in some place called the New Territories, which is, like, in the mountains and super far from everyone. You have to drive, like, 30 minutes to an hour just to reach anything. So, for me and the people I knew, it was all city life. And when I moved to Canada, I was like... We lived in a house, right? Like, it was a detached house that we were renting. It was really small, but it was still a house. And I was like, what the fuck is this? Because, for one, we had no security guard anymore. It was just one wall separating you and the outside. Like, the outdoors, where people are, you know? There's no security here. The only security you had is how deep into the neighborhood you were so that people couldn't get you as easily. I was like, what the fuck? You're just okay with this? Like, you're one door away from the outdoors? That's crazy. Because for people in Hong Kong to get to their apartments, it was like you had to go through a parking lot, go through a gate, go through a door to meet the security guard, go through the elevator or lift, or go up a flight of stairs. And then in Hong Kong, a lot of apartment doors actually had 2 doors to them. It was like this silver gate looking thing for some of them. Sometimes it's just one door or like one really heavy door. Some of them was like a silver one, and then they had to open the wooden door that was behind it. For mine, it was just one really big door, but like, you know, there were steps. There were steps you had to do to get into your apartment. Over here, it was just one door. I was like, the fuck? I mean, there was the screen door to, you know, block the mosquitoes out, and then there was the actual door, I guess. I don't know, it was just like really fucking weird. Really a wall separating you from the wilderness beyond. Yeah, I lived opposite a forest. Like, there was no houses opposite me. It was literally just, you know, trees. And I was like, what the fuck? People are okay with this? I don't know. I was not. I was so weirded out by it. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I still am a little bit. I'm better about it now. But, you know, it was just really weird before. You didn't dig trenches around your house? No. We didn't. Only trees, only trees. Hi, Harito. Yeah. Oh, Lampert, hi! Steps secured. Or steps to getting because constructors were done. I feel like it was for safety. You take the forest, sounds like fun. No, it was scary as heck. Scary as heck. I didn't know what was on the other side. I did see a couple of deer though. That was like the one thing I liked about it, was that I saw deer on a regular basis. Yeah. Yo, deers are super cute. They just be chilling. At least when they're babies. Like fawns. Yeah, they just be chilling. they be chilling. And like bunnies. I saw a lot of bunnies. You know, that's true, Marky. You would do that. I wouldn't. I don't even like touching grass. No wild tenchies in the forest. You never know. I used to think like the forest. Oh god, this is some like dark middle school past that I never thought I'd bring up on stream. I used to think that the forest opposite my house was the one in Twilight. So I used to think that there might be werewolves that were like in a pack somewhere out there. That's what it looked like, especially at night. I was like, this is some Twilight fanfic or some shit. I remember thinking that. Not the gorilla noises. Oh, you found a raccoon. That's cute though. That's cute though, even though you had to turn him away. Raccoons be kinda cute. They're so like mischievous, their faces. Not the local furries. You know, maybe as a 15-year-old, that would have been a bit much to see. But I think it'd be interesting if that actually was a thing. How big is the forest? Oh, it was pretty big. It was pretty big. Couple of kilometers long. Deep, long. Inside. I don't know. The area was large. I think there was some construction around there. But yeah, they might have added more houses since, and the forest might be gone. I haven't gone back to that first house in a long time. The Chuny years. Oh god. The thing is, I didn't even know what a Chuny was. I wasn't into anime at the time. I was into more like Western media, things like the Mortal Instruments and I guess Percy Jackson. I guess Twilight. I had a Twilight phase. Oh my god. At the time, I was so against Harry Potter. I did not like Harry Potter. I think that was there like a Harry Potter movie that came out around then? God, but I really did not like Harry Potter at the time. I watched the first and second. No, actually I watched all the movies now, but when I watched the first one, I was like, this is like, it's trying to be anime, but it's not. Not the trash pandas. They're so cute though. Hi, Kotare. Oh, this is another thing. I wanted to bring up. We're like rewinding. I'm sorry. I keep going everywhere. People were talking about how CCVs, like concurrent viewer counts, were getting lower and stuff. I just don't want people to worry about it. Like, I notice it, but like, I'm not. I guess I'm not worried about it because I know it's happening, and I'm just gonna assume everyone's just gonna keep going as if nothing's wrong. I feel like that's how a lot of people have been. Feed raccoons? Wait, you can do that? And underground, you can go everywhere in Hong Kong? Yeah! Dude, I love the underground in Hong Kong, which sounds really weird, but think about it. There was air conditioning, right? There was air conditioning, there was transport, there was food, there were convenience stores, there was even luxury stores. Okay? There was this one really cool place too where you could get soup in a bag. Think like, you know, bag milk, but in soup form instead, like soup in a bag. You could just take that, bring it home, and cook it for dinner. And it was fresh, which is crazy. But you could do that. Yeah. And you know what else is cool about Hong Kong and the underground? Is you could get anywhere with one card. And you can use that one card to pay for everything. You can use it to pay for food, for transportation, for clothes. You don't even need like an actual bank debit card. You just needed that octopus card. I wonder if they still have it. They probably do. It was a really good system. Oh, wait, that's cute. You went to Hong Kong 4 months ago. Was it the same? Did you still have the one card? Dude, I loved that card. That card was everything. I still have it. It used to be my school registration attendance card. Oh, they still do? Nice. I don't know about safety, but the one card thing sounds awesome. It's probably not the safest. Like, anyone could just take your card, I guess, and there's no, like... I guess, what's it called? There's, like, nothing super special about it. Well, mine was basically my ID, because I used it to, it was my student card to register in school and to, like, do attendance and stuff to say that I was in school that day. But it was also my cash card. Like, you can put money in it. Yeah. And it's pretty good. So, in a way, it's like losing... If you lost it, it's like losing your money and your ID. It's not a debit card because debit cards are like a bank thing, right? The octopus card has nothing to do with banks. It's literally just a cash card. Yeah. You die about octopus card? Yes, I am! And I miss it. Yo, Canada is so behind, bro. Like, when oh my god, did I ever tell you about the time I went to court? Oh, this is such a sad... It's not a bad story. So I, like, just moved... I'm gonna cut this story super short, because I feel really bad talking about it. But basically, I moved to Canada, and I'd never taken the bus before. And I was like, I don't have a card for this. And because I was so used to Hong Kong having that octopus card, I thought Canada would have it too. Because, you know, Canada's the Western world and it's, you know, supposed to be really developed and stuff. And I was like, oh, it's Toronto. Yeah, there's a shit ton of people here. So I would have thought that the transport would be pretty good. Little did I know. It was not. So I had a ticket. And me and my friends go on the bus. And then the popo come by and they're like, you didn't validate your ticket. And I was like, the fuck? Oh shit, what does that even mean? So they write us this like ticket thing and it's like you have to come to court and plead guilty that you didn't ride the bus with a paid ticket on it. I mean, honestly, all like the three of us were all immigrants within the past year. They could have just been like, here, this is how you do it, pay for it, go. Like they could have done that, but I literally just think the popo was like, they needed to get their quota in, which is why they made the three of us go to court. I was like 14 at the time. Yeah, I had to go to fucking court. So on the very first week of grade 10, the Friday, me and my friends, the ones that I went on the bus with, the three of us had to skip school to go to court. And we were like, oh no. And all our parents met and they were just like, this was stupid. Like, they also know what it's like to be a teenager, and you know, they were like, they really didn't have to give you guys a whole court summons just for not doing this. Like, there are other people. They could have been nicer, right? Like, they made us pay for the, like, they taught us how to validate the ticket, and we already, it's basically a prepaid thing. So technically we already paid for the bus ride. We just didn't validate the ticket. So the three of us we're like, oh, okay, so we'll just validate the ticket and go. Because it doesn't matter how far you go anyway. It's just the same ticket regardless. So even if we did it earlier or later, it wouldn't have made a difference. It's the same price regardless of like when you take the bus. So I was like, oh, nani? I was very surprised that was even the case. No, it wasn't a TTC bus. I rode the Viva. I'm surprised you weren't giving more. You weren't giving more fair warning. Yeah, right. It was stupid. It was the fucking quotas. Even like when I went to court and stuff, they were like, considering the situation you and your friends were in, the judge was like, you could have just given a warning. Like, there was no reason you three had to be here. But because we went to court, okay, so fun part, I was 14. The two friends that I went with were 15. So they had to pay like $100 or $50 or something like that. I didn't have to pay that much. I paid like maybe 40, they paid 100, something like that. Just because I was younger. How did you feel in court? Oh, I was scared, bro. I was so fucking scared. Cause like, I mean, it's a court place. No one likes going to court. But there were a lot of other people there, and oh my god, dude. So like the people who actually got a court summons like we did, that were also teenagers, a lot of them were like, you could tell they were like delinquents, bro. You could tell they were like, they did it on purpose. And I was like, oh, this is so sketch. Like me and my friends, like there were two other friends. Us three, like we dressed well, and like not in like the expensive clothes way, but like in the we have good hygiene and actually care about our appearance kind of way. And like our parents were just like, oh my god, what are we doing here surrounded by all these people? And I was like, I don't know, mom, I'm scared. And she was like, just plead guilty as soon as you get up there on the stand, and we'll get out of here, yeah? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, I'm so glad you're not one of these kids. You know, like she knew that like I didn't do it on purpose, right? So yeah, I was like, yeah. But anyway, it was a wild time. Me and my friends were like, we're never taking the bus again. And I think I've only taken the bus once or twice after that incident. Because god, it was terrible. I hated it. You'd be fuming. I didn't want to fight it though, because if you fight it and you lost the case, you'd have to pay even more. So the judge, when she, I remember she was super nice, but when she saw me, she was like, I can tell you didn't do it on purpose. It was an honest mistake, and you paid for the ticket anyway. Like you validated the ticket anyway, so really you could have just gotten a warning and you could have been let go, but in the end it is what it is, and you came to court. Like you had to come to court and you showed up, so that's good. So my judge that I saw was like, we'll just give you a warning, and you'll just pay the court fee and you can go. So yeah, I don't know what the pleading was. I just said yeah. I just said yes, I'm guilty. I mean, what I had was a prepaid ticket. So you can go to convenience stores here and get this, like, it was a pack of student tickets that were prepaid for the Viva bus, which is like, I guess, a kind of bus that you can take here, one of the transits here. And basically every ticket was prepaid for. There was like a pack of 10 or something, and I kept some on hand, so just in case my parents couldn't pick me up from school, I could take the bus. That's what I used, and I was like, oh no, oh no. But anyway, it is what it is, and I went to court. So yeah. No, I've watched Transformers, but the reason that I was on the bus in the first place and got that ticket to go to court and had to go to court is because I was on the way to watch the new Transformers movie with my friends. So I will never watch Transformers ever again. I'm a little traumatized. Like, imagine that happening to like recent immigrant 14-year-old, okay, who had never taken the bus in Canada. My very first bus experience ended up me going to court. I just no. Never again. No, thank you. Yeah, it was terrible. I've refused to take the bus, which is why I am so glad that I have a car. It just is so much nicer to drive places. I mean, I hate parking. That I will always hate, but yeah. All that for accidental fare dodge. Right! Dude, the police here... I live in Toronto, right? Dude, they're so ass. I've never met a nice, forgiving, kind police officer ever. Like, none of them are. None of them. Dude, okay, like, when I was downtown... Oh god, I don't think I've ever told this story before. So when I was downtown, most of you guys know by now, I went to university in downtown. So when I was downtown, I was on my way, like, to a class or something. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was around 3-ish. So I was walking. I think I was on the way back home to, like, you know, I had to... Basically, my way back home was I had to take the TTC, which is an underground subway. And then I had to transfer to a GO train to get home, or a GO bus to get home. And then from there, I would drive myself home. So I took at least 3 different forms of transit just to get home. So let's say I'm on my way. I was on my way home. This police guy comes up to me. Like, I'm waiting at the traffic light, and I'm looking at my phone, and I'm looking at, like, around, because I don't like being unaware when I'm on my own downtown, because that's scary. And this police guy comes up to me and goes like, "Hey kid, are you lost?" I'm like, "What? No." I say no, like, I'm okay. And he, like, tried to get closer to me. Like, "Are you sure, little lady? Do you need any help getting home?" And I was like, no. Dude, I was reading fanfic on my phone. I was just reading some fanfics on my phone and then looking around to make sure no one saw what smut I was reading on the way back home on the train. Okay, like, I was just trying to be aware of my surroundings like a good little university student. Okay, like every other 20-year-old does, maybe even younger. I think I was like 19 at the time. But I was like, bruh. So the first thing I did was obviously put my phone to my chest so he couldn't see what was on it, since this guy was like 6 feet tall and he could look down straight to my phone. You know? I was like, fuck! Why are you talking to me? Please don't talk to me! But yeah, I was like surrounded. Like, this was a populated area downtown, okay? I'm like near one of the subway stations. Like, I could see it across the street. I was like, okay, yes, that's where I'm gonna go. And I'm gonna read my fanfic as I go to that area, right? And this police guy comes up to me and I'm just like, fuck. I mean, if any police guy comes up to you, you're gonna panic a little bit. At least that's my first response, is panic. I'm like, oh no, why are you talking to me? And then he goes like, you know, he starts calling me pet names because he thinks I'm a kid. I admit, I probably wasn't dressed nicely that day, but I don't look like a kid. So anyway, I go like, no, I know where I'm going, thank you. Even though I'm like shaking inside. And he's like, "Are you sure I can walk you?" I'm like, "No, I'm okay." I was like, I appreciate it, but no, I'm okay, thank you. And remember, this is me still like being. I was super invested in my BL fanfic. All right, so to suddenly get pulled out of that and talk to a popo, I was like, oh no. So yeah, I was just a little panicked, you know, slightly panicked. I mean, in the end, he let me go because the light changed, and I was like, "Thank you, have a nice day, bye." And I started walking, and he just was like, "Okay." I just was like, "Oh God, God, I never want to be mistaken for a kid ever again." You know, I don't wanna. I don't wanna. Am I really that tiny? For those of you who have met me, am I really that tiny? I don't think I'm that tiny. You know? Like, I'm small, but not that small. I just think it's a little silly for someone to think that I look like a kid. Oh, wait. There is another situation. So on the way to Offkai this year, I got pulled aside to like get my stuff checked, and then they brought me to like the fancy line so I didn't have to take my shoes off. Oh, bye Vic! Good night! Okay, where was I? Oh yeah, so I was at the airport, right? And then they like go through my stuff and everything, and I was like, "Oh, why are you going through my stuff?" I didn't have that much stuff in the first place because I left half my suitcase empty for merch. And I was like, "Oh no." And then I went to like the customs guy, right? And I have like a bag with a Mume keychain, and I think I had a Mao Mao keychain. I was like decked out in my VTuber anime gear. And then this customs guy looks at me and was like, "Where are you going? How long are you staying there? What do you do?" You know, he's asking all these questions, right? And then he starts being all nice after I tell him I'm going to a VTuber convention. That's in California, and I'm really excited. And then he starts smiling at me, and he's just like, "Oh, that's so sweet. I hope you have a wonderful time. Be safe on your flight." And then I ask him like, "Am I allowed to ask for a stamp on my passport, please?" And he was like, "Oh, that's so sweet. No one has asked for that in a very long time, but for you, I'll give you a stamp." "Here you go, kid. Have a nice day." And I was like, "Thank you." Oh, he literally looked at my passport and saw what year I was born. He knows I'm not a kid. God damn it. Oh, hi, Bun. Hi. Wait, I just saw chat. My bad. Hello. Hi. I hope you had a nice stream. Thank you for the raid. Thank you. Sawadika. I think that's how you say it. Hi. I hope you had nice streams. Hello. Welcome. Let's see who came. Hi, Dumbat. Hi, World Clash. Hi, Cream. Full names. Hi. Oh my god, you're at work now. Oh gosh. Please go. It's okay. I hope it's fun. I'll take care of your people. For those of you who don't know me, Mite Mite da yo. I am the immortal human angel in training polyglot that speaks 5 languages. Mino Mieko. You can call me Mie. I like to play gachas and Helldivers too, and Repo, and a little bit of Peak, and I don't know what else do I like to play. Idle games. Yeah, Bun is Thai. Guys, I have a fun story with Bun. So, for any of you who don't know, but Bun is Thai, right? So, like a few weeks ago, I went to this Thai restaurant, or like I was walking in a mall, and it recently opened some new Thai stuff. I think the mall had done some renovations, so it opened up some new stuff. I guess for any of you who are curious as to where I went, it's a mall called Fairview Mall. It is like somewhere... Is it Midtown? Midtown in Toronto? Yeah. So... When I went, there was a bunch of new Thai stuff that opened up, and I was like, I really want to try this, but I have no idea if it's any good. So I sent a picture of the menu. Like, I took a picture of the menu and I sent it to Bun, and I was like, hey Bun, can you recommend me anything from this menu? And if it's good, like, tell me if it's good or not. And then I found a cafe. It was like a pop-up cafe that was right next to it, and they had lattes and stuff, like a seasonal special thing with pandan in it. And then I asked the barista there, like, what is pandan? And they're like, it's a Thai thing. And I was like, oh. So I sent a picture of it to Bun, and she was like, oh yeah, pandan's real good. Pandan fire, you should get that. So I bought the one that she recommended, and then for dinner I went to the Thai restaurant and ordered the stuff that Bun recommended. Holy shit, she was so good about it. She was so nice, and she responded really fast. And she was like, are you in Thailand? And I was like, no. Still in Canada. Idolu, but not the kind that you produce? No. I feel like I am Idolu, but only in my heart. In my head, no. In my I guess itchy regions, no. Well, this is why I cannot have my parents watch my stream. The second they watch my stream and they hear this, I gotta use words they might not understand. Ecchi na koto toka ne. If I ever make any ecchi 18 ue toka, you know any what's the word, otona stuff only. anytime that I have to do any of the I don't know, what's another word that I can use? I don't know. If I talk about the oppais and the ochinchins and stuff, you know, if I do any of that, I gotta not use English. Or Cantonese, actually. I can't use Cantonese either. This is when being multilingual comes in handy. The problem is, I don't really know that many ecchi words. Yeah. So much power. I try. Ashiriya, do you speak any other languages? I feel like everyone who lives in Toronto has some other language. I don't know why. I feel like everyone I've met here has spoken a second language. It's crazy. Everyone here is so multinational. I guess that's because it's Toronto. Not so say so. I'm trying! Teaches all the fun words. Let me see. What's a fun word? Cousin? You speak Vietnamese? Oh, that's cool. I guess oppa is the big one. Some means heart, but if you say somehow, that means chest. I know there's so many Koreans there. Dude, the amount of Korean restaurants here is insane. Oh, it's your first language? Were you also from Hong Kong? When'd you leave it? Wait, were you like me? Like you were born and raised in Hong Kong and then you left for Canada? Are you like me? Oh, guys, I found another one! That's crazy. Oh my god, you're like me. What if you live like 10 minutes away from me? That's crazy! Wait, I don't want you to dox yourself though. I feel bad. Oh my god, you're... I can't say you're old, but you're older than me. Left in 1996. That was before I was born! The Great White North calls to you. But think of the content as well. Then we can meet him first. That's true! I don't even think I was in the planning stages yet when you left Hong Kong. I wasn't planned yet even. Yeah. You know, I actually really like Toronto for like how the weather is here and how convenient everything is here. I just like it. I like it a lot. Also, I think the fact that I speak Cantonese also narrows down a lot of places where I could have lived in in Toronto? Because I've lived in many parts of it. I've moved around quite a bit. What's Colorado like? I don't know what Colorado like. I find that Toronto is like... Dude, people don't say words properly here. They say Toronto is Toronto. Like, what the fuck is a Toronto? Toronto slang! That's some crazy shit. Yeah. Oh wait, can I give you my fun fact? Ketchup is supposed to be Cantonese. Did you know that? Because, ketchup is, it means tomato sauce. Because fan means tomato. So there's the K from that. And then zup is sauce, so like tomato sauce. And you just put it together, it's ketchup. So ketchup is a Cantonese word. Yeah, you say Cantonese word every time you say ketchup. Yeah. That's where it comes from. You didn't know that? You're welcome. I have taught you a thing. Ketchup. I hope you remember that one. I'd like to teach Cantonese more often. I did some Cantonese lessons before. But I'd like to teach you more. Oh my god, there's so many endings to Cantonese that really change like the way the meaning of it. So one that I've taught you guys before in a stream was how you say the word okay. You can have a whole entire conversation with just the word okay, which is crazy. Dafege! You remember the dafege? But you gotta say it in Cantonese, otherwise it's not the same. And I feel like dafege is only really for men. You know? Yeah, it's only for men. Women don't really have an airplane. We don't have airplanes. You can have a whole conversation just by nodding. You can. If you say okay la, that means like it's kind of okay. If you say okay meh, it's like, is it really okay? If you be like okay wo, that's like, oh, that's pretty okay. You can have an entire conversation with just different endings in okay. And okay le go tao, which is like, you like literally hit someone in the head with the okay. Which means like forget about it. I mean, I think the euphemism is a little safer. Why wouldn't you want to share an NSFW saying? The more we know, the better. 미에코님이 가르친다더라? 따라? 가르진? What does that mean? I feel like I know what that means. Dude, my Korean level has gone down so much within the past month. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I've watched more anime recently. 내가 가려줘. I wanna go to Korea someday, and I need to survive in Korea too, right? So like, I gotta up my Korean level. 더 편하게 말할 수 있어. One day. Okay, membership stream. We doing the membership stream. Do I sound natural when speaking Korean? I don't know. I have to really think about it. Like, my head is like I'll keep talking in English while also thinking in Korean what I could potentially say. And I remember when I first started, I would just try and introduce myself constantly. And hopefully be able to say what I'm trying to say. Like, if I wanted to hold a conversation in Korean, I wanted to be able to do it. And it had to be about just like anything, right? So like, what my favorite color is, what the weather is like. Like, 날이 좋다. Yeah, or like, I don't know, my favorite color is blue. Shit like that, you know, just like why I like it. Because it's pretty. I don't know, just whatever possible conversation could come up. Or even if it's like just my opinion on something, like, why do you like this game? And I was like, oh shit, how would I answer that? Like, I wanted to be able to answer any question that was thrown at me in Korean. Because I have a feeling, I don't know, at the time when before I started streaming, I knew I wanted to use as many languages as possible. So if someone asked me a question in Korean, I wanted to be able to reply. That was my biggest thing, is being able to answer things. So I don't know how to ask a question very well, but I can definitely answer it. My issue now is like using my mouth muscles to continue making Korean sounds, because it's hard. It's hard, dude. Japanese sounds are so much easier. Korean sounds are not as easy, for sure. They're tough. I think maybe Cantonese might be the hardest. Yeah, Cantonese I think is the hardest one. Yeah. Yeah, 어려운 것 같아. Maybe it's just a me thing though. I find it really funny how, like, people who can only speak English, for example, they have a really difficult time making sounds in Cantonese, because there are just sounds in the language that don't exist in English. So I understand now where the, I guess, English accent comes from. But it took me a long time to realize that people had that issue, because growing up, I'd learned like 3 different languages at the same time. And I was like, it's so easy for me to adapt, I guess, to the different sounds of different languages. So when I found out that people who were monolingual were trying to become bilingual, like, later in life, it was like, why the fuck is it so hard for you? Just do it. In my head, that's what it was like. But then, you know, it took time for me to understand, oh yeah, they just haven't made that sound with their mouth before. That's why it's hard. Do Korean sounds have weird things as well? Like how after the becomes an F sound? They have this one really weird letter, and it sounds exactly the same, but is written differently. That screws me up. So yes, there's some exceptions. Ne and ni, sometimes it sounds the same. Cantonese is even more tonal than Mandarin Chinese. Yeah, it is! It makes it so much harder, dude. The tones really screw up with people, but like, for example, in English, when you say dango, right? It's the Japanese dessert, you know, the 3 mochi balls on the stick. That's dango, right? But in Cantonese, if you say it properly and say dango, that means cake. So, you know, very different words that end up sounding the same to someone who is monolingual. It's just which one you emphasize. Vietnamese. Yo, wait, Vietnamese has tones too? Oh, I didn't know that. Did I seem to unintentionally slip into a Japanese when I'm... Yeah, I do that too. I do that too. Yeah. I find that slipping into like if I see a Japanese written name, I will instantly switch the R, like the LR to L. Yeah, I'll switch the sound. Cantonese doesn't have an R sound. Did you know that? It's kind of crazy that it doesn't. Cause like, I thought it did my entire life, but then it kind of sounds like a mix of an R and an L together. R is just such a really weird letter. No single language will have it pronounced the same way. Arirurero. Kakikugeko. Japanese alphabets. Oh, okay, wait. I have a question. When you list the vowels, what order do you do it in? Cause I'm curious what order of. Cause I found that people learn it differently. No, in English. In English, when you list out the vowels in English, what is the order you do it in? You do A E I O U. Okay. Okay, that makes sense to me. That makes sense to me. Does anyone do it differently? I do A E I O U. I think it's because for me it's like the order from what comes earliest to latest in the alphabet. But I think a lot of people who end up learning Japanese, they do the like they switch the order around, right? Because it goes A I U E O at different orders. I don't know. Maybe it's also a me thing, but I've heard people change that. My dad says it in a different order too. Like he starts backwards, and then he goes backwards. Ah, I, U, E, O. Oh, did you know? Fun fact again. When people do live 2D, they actually do it in the shape of the vowels, right? So my A, I, U, E, O should all be a little bit different. Yeah. But I find that interesting. A, I, U, E, O. A, I, U, E, O. My O and U are different. U, O, U, O. Hey! Okay, I guess it's time for me to slowly wind down from stream. But it may have been American. Dude, America! How different is Cantonese and Mandarin? Ah. That's a loaded question. I feel like Cantonese is harder. The difference is mostly in either grammar or pronunciation and tones. The writing looks basically the same, but very different characters. Like, I used this example before. You could say like, my phone. The words for my phone in Mandarin is 我的电话. Like, 我 is I. 的 means like, it's like the apostrophe or like the ownership of something. And the 电话 is phone. That's how you say it in Mandarin, right? In Cantonese, you do not say 我的電話. It sounds really weird. You don't use the same middle particle there. Instead, you would say 我個電話, which is that's kind of like a grammatical difference, I think. Like same, maybe like the same order structure for that one sentence, but the particles used are very different. So learning it was very tough. Oh, Cantonese also has a lot more counting. Counters? So like if you say a piece of paper, for example, you would literally just, you could say you ripped off a corner of an A4 sheet of paper and then gave it to them. That's how you ask for a piece of paper, right? But you could say, can you give me a sheet of paper? Then you'd get like the whole thing. In Cantonese, that's like a huge, you get that big difference. Obviously in English, I feel like people just don't really care too much about that kind of thing. Like, but in Cantonese, it's a pretty big deal. Like, there's also ways of counting like animals. Different animals have different counters. Yateko instead of yakko. You would say, for like pencil, you say yatzi, larngzi, because it's like small and skinny. Anything small and skinny, it's like zi. You use zi for counting them. I think for living creatures, a lot of them is zek, like yatzek, larngzek, samzek. And then for houses, yakkan, larngkan, samkan. Or like rooms, you could use gan, yakkan, larngkan, samkan, fong. Yeah, that makes sense. Man, learning all these counters like made my brain explode. So, yeah. Cantonese has a lot more. At least in my opinion, I feel like there's a lot more. And you have to like break your brain just to get them right. My parents corrected me a lot growing up just so that I don't fuck it up. Alright. What are my reviews at? 5! Let's go! How's the farm looking? Uniform's looking good. Oh. We'll do those and these. Yeah. Oh my god, wait, did I tell you the story? Oh my god, I gotta tell you one last story before I go. Yeah, one last story before I go. So, I think I talked about it, like, with the copium and the above tenchis in Discord. But basically, there was one day my mom brought a friend over. And it was a friend from, like, her time in middle school friend. And he met my sister first. And then I came down and he was like, "Whoa, you look so young." And in comparison to your sister, like, you look so Asian and you look so young. But the thing is, my dad introduced me as the daughter who had better Cantonese skills. And I was like, "Whoa, really?" And I felt so proud in that one moment. In that one moment, I was like, heck yeah. Because my entire life, it was always like, "Oh, your sister is so much better in Chinese. You're never gonna speak a single word in Chinese when you're older." Everyone in my family doubted me. Like, uncles, aunts, grandparents, cousins, even like further than that. Like my grandparents' siblings even said that. So, like, you know, when you get told so much, "Oh, you're never gonna be able to do it," as a kid, right? You're just gonna believe, "Oh yeah, I'm never gonna do it." So, starting from when I was like, what, 6 or 7, I was giving up on learning any Chinese because everyone told me I was just never gonna do it. I was gonna be bad at it. There's no point. She's just gonna be bad. And then when we moved to Canada, I was like, "Oh, there's no reason for me to learn Chinese anymore because we live in an English-speaking country. If anything, I had to learn French." So, in the end, there was like no reason for me to speak any Chinese. but because I wanted to be a polite young lady, my parents always said if you are ever spoken to in Cantonese, you should try your best to respond in Cantonese. So I did that with my grandparents, mostly my grandmother's siblings, because, you know, they're older and, you know, they appreciate it, but they all can speak English, surprisingly. They all lived in Canada, so they all spoke English, but I tried my best to speak in Cantonese with them, and I think because of that, my Cantonese got better, because they have, like, the very, I guess, more traditional Cantonese ways of speaking. So when I was 12, my Cantonese skills kind of just skyrocketed. And on the flip side, when my sister came to Canada, she embraced the English Western culture, the very Canadian culture. So she started watching a lot of hockey. She set a boot for a while. I don't know, she just became like super whitewashed. I went the other way. I became more Asian. I got into like K-pop and anime, and I don't know why. It flipped 180. We used to be the other way around. But anyway, I ended up, I guess, speaking more Cantonese, and I was like, "Whoa! I finally got the compliment, guys!" That was the first time I'd ever heard my dad so casually say, like, "Oh yeah, this is my younger daughter who speaks better Cantonese." I was like, "What? Shit!" I was so happy in that one moment. Now I know what it's like to be the better child, I guess, in something. So I find that an Asian compliment always comes with a comparison. Right! Right! You know, that still irks me a little bit, but hey, I'm gonna take the compliment. I'm gonna take the compliment for what it is. I'm gonna be happy about that. I need to take it. I'm gonna take whatever W's I can take. But anyway, that was last story for tonight. I will stop telling my stories. I like storytelling too much. I need to talk about all the times that I was in Europe. It's been a hot minute since I've talked about those stories. And every time I tell a story, I feel like a part of me just remembers something, or like a little detail or something. So, you know, I like telling my stories. They always change for some reason. At least they change a little bit because I just remember something differently. I don't know. Let me close the restaurant down. Time to shut down the restaurant, guys. No more restaurant time. Wait. Before I leave you, I'm gonna. Hey. I haven't used this bottle in a hot minute. I really wanted to. Gremolin! What? You don't like my gremolin? Like my gremolin? Oi. Oi. The I lost my 50-50. Oh, whoa. Oh, whoa. Ah. We don't talk about this one. Let's not talk about that one. Ah. Yapparai. That's all I got. Yeah, my hammer is so wild. Oh. Ah, thank you for the supers. You are giving me money to pay my bills. That's crazy. Thank you. I appreciate it. I always like when people give me money. I mean, who doesn't? I realistically, who doesn't? Fun fact, I can actually blink really fast and it just won't track on the camera. Maybe I'll do it in a membership stream one day where you like can see my face again. And I'll show you how fast I can blink. You can't look away? Well, neither can I. Cause I'm kind of just permanently like this. You know? I'm kind of just here. Yeah. But do I have another one that I can show you? Let me look. I have this one which some of you have seen. And then I have there's the plaid one. Here, I'll bring the plaid one out. Plaid. No, I look so Canadian. I look so Canadian. I don't like how Canadian I look. Terrifying. It's so terrifying. I feel so Canadian. Hashira. No, look away. Please look away from the Canadianness that I am. Wait. I actually sang "Oh Canada" for my school at one point because I performed for them. Oh Canada, our home and native land. Through land in our eyes command. With glowing hearts we see the right. The true north strong and free. I'm not gonna sing the rest. I know the rest, I just don't want to sing the rest. I don't wanna. What do you mean look and point at the Canadian? Stop! No! A Hong Canadian? Fuck! No! Why? 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 What if I don't want to be? I can't believe this. I've been outed as Canadian. Every kid who has gone to school in Canada will never forget the national anthem. You get brainwashed with it, dude. It's like the most brainwashed I've ever gone through. Like you imagine listening to the same song every day, every morning for like 8 years, bro. Like you that's the strongest brainwashing I've ever seen. Let me see if I can find another one. Oh, I like this one. I like this one. I gotta bring this one out more. I'm just a little angel. It's so cute. Kiba. I like my hair in this one a lot. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. There's a lot of details too. Like I can zoom in because it's so freaking big of an art piece, but like I got hair ribbons and my ahoge is in the shape of a heart, and then kiba and all the hair stuff, and like look at this little guy. I got like a collar thing going on that's glittery. There's like glitter on my wings, and my ribbon, and the straps and stuff. The multicolored buttons. This entire skirt has so many fucking layers. I got gloves on because I'm germophobic. Germophobia. Hey, anyway. What do you mean, how can I tell if she's Canadian? You wouldn't have known I was Canadian until you actually hear me talk about stuff, and then you don't realize that I'm using both kilometers and like meters and inches and feet, and I measure distances in time. Oh wait, I'm not Canadian, I'm Sumerian. I don't know what the word is for people from Sumeru, but hi. I can see everything. This one's fun. I just like looking at her move. Like, I'm pretty sure there's like a bunch of different toggles on this one too. Let me find them. Hold on. It was, oh man, they're all set to like numpad triggers. I don't have my numpad on this keyboard, but there's a lot of them, and it's real cute. I'll do it another time. The archon I want, but never got. It's okay. Is there anything you want me to say while I am the archon of your dreams? Isn't she on the banner like soon, in like 2 days or something? I'm pretty sure she is, unless I'm mistaken. I don't know. Is she? Is she? Oh, also I have Abby. I'm Abby. Da 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 da. Okay. anyway, I'm gonna go back to normal. Hold on. Well, for you. Just for you, I guess. I'll be Canadian. God, even the pants and the shoes are so fucking Canadian. It's so painful. Ugh. Do you like pizza? Yes or no? Very much so, yes. God, I hate being like this. The plaid is so painful. I don't even think you guys understand. Like, I hate plaid with a passion. Ugh. All your models are neat. Thank you. I actually haven't shown you all of them, but that was a lot of the ones that I have like saved at the moment. I had to delete some to save space on my hard drives and stuff. So pain. They're not all there, but a lot of them are. I think there's like a picture somewhere in the Discord that's literally all of my models in one. I think it'd be fun to look at one day. Yee. Call me a good little weed. No. Oh, did you know that like in Canada you can just walk into a mall and buy weed for real, for real? Like that's a thing, and it's like a very like what's the word? It looks like a luxury store, which is crazy, but it is a thing. Thank goodness you don't have a Carlotta type model, or else I'll be in danger of borderline parasocial. I actually really hope that someday that there will be more Wuwa models and stuff. Like I found that Nahida one for free and stuff, but I would like more Wuwa ones. If there's a Rochia one, please. But their designs are definitely more complicated than Genshin ones in my opinion. Like they just have more stuff. Like the details and everything, it's just more stuff. So I don't know if anyone's gonna actually make it, but I'd hope one day. Okay, anyway, it's been like 2.5 hours. I want to rest my voice because tomorrow we are gonna do a story quest for Seed. And I am prepared to cry. I am prepared to cry for Seed tomorrow. Um, I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous to actually do it because I was told that it's like a tearjerker thing. So I'm like, oh shit. Okay, okay. It was honestly cinema. Well, I'm excited because I'm doing it tomorrow. And I built my Seed. She now does, I think, 60 something percent crit rate and 110 or so crit damage. So I'm excited. We'll do more seed building tomorrow as well. It's gonna be a seed day tomorrow. Just so you guys know, seed day. But yeah, I will rest up and I'll raid you guys into someone. Just give me un momento, kudasai. Who should I raid into today? Let me refresh. That way, I definitely raid you into someone who's actually live and not just some random person. Hmm. Hmm. Let's see. Wait, is he actually streaming right now? For real, for real? That's crazy. Okay, I'm gonna raid you guys into LB because he visited stream before quite recently actually. I haven't talked to him in a hot minute, but I definitely should. Um he's a pretty good friend. We met up at Offkai, so I'd like to, raid into him today. But I need to find him. Where the fuck is he? Friend! There you are. Okay. No, thank you guys for coming today. I appreciate it. I really like the Yap streams. I hope my Yap was fun today. My Yap streams go in such random ass directions. I gotta prepare more stories for you. I will definitely have stories from this coming weekend that I will tell you guys next week. So if today was not enough storytelling, I will definitely do more next week. I'm excited. I haven't hung out with my uni friends in forever. So I'm excited. I'm excited. Anyway, I'm gonna go right into LB. I will see you guys tomorrow. And let me raid you guys into Lifuan. Well, since I can. Yeah. All right. This will work out. This is good. This is good. If you can do like a raid message, that'd be great. Mie raid if possible. No, you're fine, right? You're fine. Okay, I'm gonna go though. I gotta go. I gotta go. I need to do my dailies, and then I'm gonna go to bed. I have some things I need to plan. I'm planning English hard. I'm planning on bringing a lot of crochet stuff to my cottage trip with my university friends. That way, I can make some stuff. But yeah. Okay, bye. I'll see you guys tomorrow for Seed Quest. Bye. 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 Make sure you eat well, drink well, sleep well. If not, have a nice day. And I'll see you tomorrow, okay? And be good. Alright. Maybe I'll see you in Discord. I don't know. Bye!